Hey bunnies, welcome to another Naked Sunday video. If you are listening on your favorite on your favorite podcast listening app, welcome to Naked Sunday, the podcast. My name is Kissyface454. I wanted to say that like a radio announcer. My name is Kissyface454, and for today's episode we are going to be talking about why you won't come, why you aren't coming, why you won't have an orgasm. And I feel like I did a video on this before, but here's a reminder. This segment is going to be our how high segment. The last time we did this, I was drinking a Rum Runners infused liquid marijuana, and babes, I did not realize it was so potent. Okay, literally all you need is like a shot of it. That's it, no more than that. And that's, oh my goodness. Anyways, so for this one I rolled myself a little joint, and that's what I'm going to be smoking through this episode. So pause this if you need to. Go grab your joint, grab your spliff, grab your blunt, grab your bowl, grab your hookah, grab your bong, grab whatever it is that you smoke with or from, and let us have this discussion. So for me personally, for the longest time, it was nearly impossible for me to have an orgasm. Why? Because I was, one, completely in my head about what was happening. I wasn't completely relaxed. I wasn't really enjoying what was happening. I'm very much a pleaser, so I was focused on making sure that my partner was getting what they needed to get. Another reason is that my partner wasn't focused on fulfilling my needs. Very, very selfish lovers I've had. I can maybe count on one hand how many partners have made me orgasm, like at all. Right? Now, last week we spoke a little touch on selfish lovers, and in this episode I do want to go further into that. If your partner is a selfish lover where they focus mainly on getting their nuts, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to get yours. And even if you do have an orgasm, it's not going to be all the time. It's not going to be the best come of your life. So yeah. Another thing with me, and I've said this in another video, is that I'm definitely more of a penetration girl. I love a nice, thick, girthy member, right? But I can only truly, well, not only, that's a lie. I cannot only, but for me to like have an outer body experience guaranteed, because with penetration it can happen, but it's not guaranteed. For it to guarantee that it's going to happen is with clitoral stimulation. And I saw this documentary type thing on Netflix where they were talking about the vagina and how the vagina is just one big clitoris, right? Or the vagina is like the penis, or the penis is like the vagina. So the way the head of the penis is the most sensitive, the clitoris would be like the head of the penis, and the clitoris is the most sensitive. So when you're paying attention to the clitoris, that's where most of the nerve endings are. Like a good chunk, the majority of the nerve endings are on the tip, the clitoris, the part that you can see when you pull back the labia, right? That's the most sensitive. That's why when you're giving head, I say when it comes to the clitoris, you suck more than you lick, Okay, like yes, you should lick, of course, but sucking is what's going to really take her there. All right. Now, when it comes to penetration, if you are not a person who's going to go down on your partner, if you're not going to give your girl oral sex, right, you have to make sure that you're working with a big enough tool that's going to satisfy her. Does size matter? Yes, it does. Because when a woman is aroused, while the while the vaginal canal is only but so deep and so wide, when she is aroused, right, she expands to accommodate a larger tool. And if your tool just isn't large enough to accommodate her, then the orgasm isn't going to happen. If you do so happen to have a smaller member for her liking, you have to be comfortable with incorporating toys or additional people or different positions, right? Another thing is, another reason why you're not coming is because you're probably not attracted to your partner. I know, crazy. Why would I be with somebody that I don't find attractive? I don't know. It's your crazy head, it's your crazy life, girl. Like you know. So what I'll say is, if every night your partner wants to have sex and you're finding some excuse as to why you don't want to do it, we're ruling everything out in the book. We're ruling out postpartum depression, we're ruling out being sad, we're ruling out being tired, we're ruling out all of these things. You are just not sexually attracted to your person, because if you were, you would want to have sex with them constantly, right? You might think they are an amazing father, an amazing friend, an amazing companion, but if you are not sexually attracted to this person, then the lovemaking is not going to happen. And even if it does happen, the orgasm isn't going to, because you know your person is only going to climb on top, 2 or 3 pumps, and then they're done, and that gets annoying. So that's another reason why you're not coming. You're not attracted to your partner. Just a Sahara down there. Another reason you're not coming during sex, right? The main thing for me is that you are in your head, right? You're overthinking everything. You're not completely relaxed, and your partner is not making you relax. Your partner is seeing you and not seeing you. Your partner is so into themselves and what's going on that they're not realizing that you're not into it. They're not realizing that you're not enjoying yourself. They're not realizing that you're not in tune with what's happening. They think they're putting in all this work, when in actuality, they're just using you. They're just using you to masturbate, in a sense, right? To you, you're just a toy, and whether or not you get fulfillment is on you. So you also need to take a look into that, right? My number one will always be because you're in your head. Now, let's say you're out of your head. Let's say you are attracted to your man. You're bored. You are bored. You, every morning, every night is the same grandma, missionary position. Like, you're not doing anything new. You're not trying anything new. You're not having conversations. You're not flirting with each other throughout the day. This is from people in relationships. You're not flirting throughout the day. You're not talking to each other throughout the day. You come home, you're tired, you feel lazy and lethargic, you just want to go to sleep. There's no form of excitement between the two of you. It's just dull and dead, and yeah. So what I'd recommend for that is to bring back the excitement into your life, bring back the spice, bring back what made you want to be with this person in the first place. What was the connection there? What was the the initial spark that brought the two of you together sexually. That's what you need to find out and bring back. Okay. Outside of you being bored, for my single ladies out there who are roaming these single streets and they're still not having an orgasm, I'm going to say it's because you're not making connections with these people. You're not connecting with your partners. If you were connecting with these people, whether it's a one-night stand or just a hookup with your friend with benefits or whatever the case is, there has to be some sort of connection between the two of you, right? There has to be more than just, oh, you're cute, oh, you're pretty. If your lady bits aren't calling to this person, if you're just doing it to fill a void, it's highly unlikely that you're going to come. If you're just doing it because you're bored, it's highly unlikely that you're going to come. This is why people put so much pressure on having sex, because if there isn't a connection with the two of you, then it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It feels good, yes, but if you're not satisfied at the end of the day, then what's the point? It then turns around and becomes just so that you can please this man or please this other person. It comes back around to you just being a pocket rocket. No, is that what's called? A pocket pussy. That's what it turns around to being, right? And that's not what we want for ourselves. So again, yes, I said it earlier, you definitely can have a one-night stand and it be amazing, but you have to have some sort of connection with the person to where it's like you literally cannot keep your hands off this person, right? And even then, it's not 100% guaranteed that you're going to come, but it's more likely to happen because you're so relaxed and you're so in tune with this other person. Another reason you're not coming is because you refuse to talk to your partner. Your partner, again, might be thinking they're doing everything and anything to please you, when in actuality, you're very dissatisfied. When in actuality, you can't wait for them to get up and walk away and leave you alone. So, and you're probably there laying there moaning and groaning and making the most over the top dramatic noises in the world. But if your person, no, not but, and if your person believes that you are enjoying yourself when you're really not, you're never going to get that true nut, you know? Yeah. Talk to your partner. You two have to make sure that you guys are in tune with one another. You have to make sure that your partner knows that, hey, I don't like what's happening down here. I'm not satisfied with this. I want more of this, or I want more of that. I want less of this. I want less of that. You have to be able to speak up and communicate what it is that you're wanting from your partners. And this is whether you're in a relationship, a situationship, a friends with benefits, a one-night stand, whatever the case is. Do not be afraid to speak up, because let me tell you, with men, they're never not going to state their opinions. They're never not going to let you know how they feel. This is what I love with men. I love their entitlement. I love how they know what they want and they go for what they want. They always go for someone that is out of their league. And if they hit, they hit. If they miss, they miss, and they move on. This is how men were raised. This is how men were groomed. This is how men, you know? And I want women to take this little piece from men and mold it to fit us, right? So when it comes to sex, whatever you're not satisfied with, you should be able to talk to your partner about it. And I don't want the men to attack me on this. I don't want the men to jump down in the comments and be like, oh, but I can't talk to women because you guys get so emotional and so sensitive and so da 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 da. This is why you have to choose your partners wisely. If you can't have an open conversation with your person, then what is the point half the time? Right? You should be able to speak to your partner in a way that they will hear you and listen to you the same way that you can hear them and listen to them. The reason you are not coming is because you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. I said earlier, you're not in the right headspace. You are overthinking it. You're like, okay, I'm supposed to come now. I'm supposed to come now. Okay, that feels good. That feels good. And then they switch. And instead of you saying, babe, no, stop, go back, do that again, or something, or you putting yourself in control, pinning him down and putting him in a position that serves you, that pleases you, right? This is why you're not coming. You're not vocalizing how you feel. You are overthinking and you're in your head too much. You are with someone who refuses to try different things or new things. You are not coming because you are just not satisfied, okay? Whether it's with the performance, the size, the connection, you are not satisfied. You have to make sure that all the boxes are checked, right? If when you're in the middle of it, you look at this person and you're not even more turned on, something is wrong, right? Something is wrong. You are here getting Savage X Fenty and Victoria's Secret and La Perla and all these pretty little things, no pun intended, while they're just there in Holy Hanes boxers from like 20 years ago. You're not satisfied. It sounds very shallow, but that's what it comes down to. All right, babes? Yes. So make sure that all your boxes are being checked, all your needs and your wishes and your fantasies and desires are coming true. Make sure that you are not in your head. Sometimes I have to literally tell myself to shut up, right? Shut up and feel what you're feeling and enjoy what is happening. Especially when I'm masturbating. Not especially. Most times. Sometimes. Whatever. A lot of the times when I'm masturbating, I literally have to tell myself to shut up and relax. And you also want to be with someone who makes it okay for you to release these fluids whichever way they may come, okay? And not everybody's going to squirt, not everybody's going to have this big pool of cream, not everybody's going to, you know, everybody's different. Everybody releases differently. Everybody experiences their climax differently, okay? So you have to, I recommend that you be with someone who is 100% comfortable with you, makes you feel comfortable, and loves every ounce, in the literal sense, of you. And that is what's going to make you come. That is why you're not coming. I hope this helped. If you were smoking with me, how far did you get? I feel like I'm like halfway. I'm like a third through, honestly. But if you were partaking in the paraphernalia, thank you for doing so. This has been Naked Sunday, the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you want to ask me something that you're too embarrassed to ask in the comment section, find me on Instagram at Kissyface454. I respond to all DMs once you are not rude and or disrespectful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, my mouth is very dry now. Peace on and Kissy face. Bye.
I'm about to let you know you made